go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway. Isn't that strange? Cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't like pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, is belief. They'll see the negativity, but I just gotta let that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran city, no man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a pain. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran city, no man, I still go. Go, 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 go,
case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? There goes Mike on the screen. Be like Mike. Smash the like. Mike, how do I get you off here? There you go. Damn, I'm trying to give memberships away, and we got all bush people. Y'all come out of them bushes, man. Y'all come on out of them bushes. Come on out of them bushes. You know what I mean? Come on out of the bushes. You know, and make your home over here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on over and comment. I'm token in the bushes. That's funny. Okay. You know what? I guess I'll wait a second to do it. I don't know. Maybe I have enough people to do it. I'll do it in a minute. Let's get a couple more people in here. People always come straggling in. That's cool. Have your notifications on. So we'll talk about a couple of things tonight, man. I did want to say one thing, though. On the last live, when we had Angelo on, and the second guest was Cash Gan, Family Justice, and she said something at the end of that live that was important, and I didn't even think about it when it was being said, but what she said is, she talked about, doing real advocacy and this and that, talking about Angelo. But what she did say at the end of that live, if you heard it, it's still up. She says, we contacted you a couple of years back. If you don't know, that family went through hell, the Cash Gan case here on YouTube, by some of the very same tragedy pimps that you see people cover and whatnot. I don't really want to get into it because it's actually some of the shit that happened to that family is like utterly disgusting. And that person that you were hearing, they really do try to change laws and shit. They're always fighting the good fight. They are all the way against tragedy pimps. They're all the way against people. What you see with whoever it is, Ernie Shell, PHP, all these people, they're totally against it. And they did reach out. And I don't know why I didn't say anything then, but for people in the bushes, for people who, may not like me or other people, whatever, what I'm telling you is they reached out because they appreciate the pushback. They appreciate people speaking up because of the shit that happened in the case, the shit that, all started online. You know what I mean? And it's just another family that we're able to help, man. And, I really should have said something in the last live. I don't know why I didn't, but, absolutely give them a follow. And look, it's worth going down the wormhole to see what tragedy pimps did what to that family. And it gets deep because it's disturbing, so, it's important. But who's in here? Total shenanigans with that. All right, let's get these away. Bam, hold on 1 second. Let's do this real fast. But tonight, hold on, let me do this real fast. Shit, I can do it. What's going on here? Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Bam, bam. Okay, bam. Okay, cool. We gave some memberships away. Sweet. So what we're gonna do? What's happening? What we're gonna do tonight, man, is what's up, Debs? Yeah, very, very sad. Very sad. We're gonna cover Ernie Shell. There's a lot of shenanigans with Ernie Shell. Okay, a lot. I couldn't even believe what I heard happening with this guy. This guy's literally interfering with a missing child case. Well, I guess they claimed it to be a runaway. I'll explain it in a minute. We're gonna do that. Runaway, right? No, kidnapping. We'll talk about it in a second. It's a creator's son's child. Okay, we'll talk about it in a second. I'm gonna try to have the creator join us to talk about it. I don't even know why this blew my mind. I've been watching a lot of stuff. I've been keeping up with a lot of other things, but it did squeeze by me, and I was watching Blaine Katie. I've been watching a lot of different creators lately because I've been covering Ernie, and they're not necessarily in this genre or whatever, which is fine. And so I'm watching, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? Like, this guy's always doing shenanigans. So I want to bring you that, talk about that, and then I want to talk about Cher live streaming from work. We have some things to say about Cher, some things to show you. And then finally, this guy, Jumpsuit Paulo. We'll get there when we get there because he's a big-ass creator with almost... So we're going to have to handle that really to the T. Because when you're calling out a big creator, what happens is the minions come in and I have to hit this perfect. So when we get there, we'll get there. But it's going to be somebody I may have never talked about. But there's two grifters that you guys know very well, which is Ernie Shell and Cher. But so Ernie Shell, this guy, Jimbo, has a son. His son is 17 years old. His son's girlfriend is missing. Legit missing. Now, why do you say kidnapped? I thought she was a runaway. They said that she was.
They changed it from possible runaway to possible kidnapping.
Okay. So, okay. She was missing, and the police say, hey, she's 17, she ran away. Now, like wifey said, they just change it to kidnapped. Okay. Now there's a nutball.
They're taking digs at Jimbo.
There's a couple nutball parents involved. I'm hearing all this scatter pieces, and so Ernie Shell gets in the middle of it, and if he, just like the title says, he's playing YouTube games with a missing child case. Okay, literally, he's like altering the posters that you share and put out. You know, he's altering that, and because he's got this ever longing beef with Jimbo. Now it's got nothing really to do with Jimbo; it's his son. But it's crazy. This guy had the balls of this guy. I mean, we know his rectum is forever damaged after viewing Ernie Does Dallas. I don't understand how he's not walking around with a wet wipe at all times of the day because his intestines have to be falling out of his ass. But the nerve of him to insert himself and directly get in the way of law enforcement. So I'm hearing all these things, and I'm like, man, this guy. And then there's the aspect of the father of the girl, which the guy seems mental to me, to be honest. This guy is the father of the girl, and since the girl has gone missing, the father has decided to take a ride over to where the son stays and take a couple shots at him with a gun. Okay, this is all happening. Who's trailer parking this trash? It's all happening. But Ernie is altering the photos. He's got the father on the panels. There's all type of shenanigans, and he's literally interfering with a police investigation. No matter how you look at it, And he's, of course, this is the big moment to the gotcha thing to Jimbo, because there's a big beef going on. Oh, so now the conspiracies are Jimbo, took the kid. Jimbo, molest the kid, or whatever the frig is being said. Of course, now is the direct time to, utilize that. So after hearing this, it's blowing my mind. I called him. I called Jimbo, spoke to him. He may join. I don't know. I did call him though before I started live, and I wanted to know what's happening like directly. I wanted to get all the facts. And that's what I have so far. And it's pretty crazy, man. This guy, what blew my mind on this is, as I'm watching, like I said, I'm watching different creators in different communities covering Ernie, staying up with his shenanigans. I'm watching this, and the first thing that I thought about was, there's no way a family with a missing child is going to go to Ernie Shell. Out of everybody they can resource, they're not going to him. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. There's just too much information out there. There's too many creators that cover him. There's just no way a family would say, you know what, I think Lightning Tiger will give us some light on this situation. There's no way. But, I mean, possible. So my first instinct was, I got to reach out to this family and tell them, dude, you are slipping. But then I'm learning about the family. It's all crazy, people. It's all crazy, but it's weird to learn that here in our little community, whichever one you want to pick, YouTube, you have a creator who has a son with a missing persons case, and then you have a known tragedy pin that's interfering with the investigation. This is literally happening, people. So I wanted to, get all the information out. So we'll see if he joins. I don't know, but what do you guys know about it? Is he in the chat?
Not yet. He's on his way from work.
Yeah, he was on his way home from work. I did call him. I just think that's wild. What's up, Skunk? Ernie's on the run. Rumor has it. So that's wild to me, man. This is like he's literally like altering the photos. He's like just all type. I told Jim on the phone, dude, whoever is in charge of that case, you got to call the sergeant, whoever has the case, and you got to tell them what the dude is doing. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. So I don't even know everything that Ernie said. I don't even know everything he said about this, or really have any clips to show you. There's no sense to even grab them. Just off face value of what I said is enough weight of the situation. It's nuts to me. It's nuts to me that this is going on. And on top of that, what bothers me is these people who continue to follow this guy. Like, you're utilizing a missing persons case that's happening in real time for your YouTube beefs and your YouTube games. You know, that should say a lot of what his credibility. He has none, but there's some people who think that he is giving this great information on the Summer Wells case. He keeps trying to put himself into the Sebastian Rogers case. Okay, Cher, voices behind my balls, has grifted and grabbed the Sebastian Rogers case. So we'll be reviewing that very shortly. But you know, these people you do not want in these cases. Summer Wells, unfortunately, I try to help Don and Candace as much as I can. It is a fire that's hard to put out. These people are addicted to it. They're obsessed with it, and they don't stop with the videos. They don't stop with the conspiracy theories. They do not stop with the nonsensical. It doesn't legally make any sense. It's all, you know. There is a conspiracy that I have the kid. There's all these little sub like communities within the Summer Wells community. There's like the really weird, far fucking shot out moron conspiracy. These people just like think of the dumbest shit in the world. They think my dog has Summer Wells. Speaking of my dog, she did not like the parody yesterday. I was alerted in the comments, so we'll have to keep the dog out of the room when I do parodies. She didn't like it. I did watch it back. It was kind of funny, but we love Whisper. But it's crazy. It's crazy to learn that someone's literally grifted and interfering with police investigation on another YouTuber's son's girlfriend. He's fighting. Yeah, exactly. We can't forget about the cancer. This dude is out of control. I don't understand it either. I'm trying to figure out a way how to do volume 2 of Ernie Does Dallas. If you have not seen Ernie Does Dallas, this is not a joke that I'm saying. I'm saying it in a comical way, but the man's rectum is completely damaged. He has put a lot of things up there. Okay. There was a I'm not joking. Okay. Listen to what I'm saying. There was a moderator of his that had the password. Okay. For the Google account or whatever. Whatever he thought that would be a good idea for it. And this moderator got into his gallery and got all the sex pictures out of there. And there is full-on butt sex. Okay. Full-on butt sex. Okay. Full-on butt sex. And I put it together with Wifey, and we released a link for you to view it. I obviously can't show it on YouTube. I'd be banned in 10 seconds. But there was a link available for you to view it on. Okay. That was volume 1. There's volume 2. There's a banana. He's doing some strange things with a banana. There's a full frontal. There's a full facial.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's a full front facial scene. Okay. There is a I don't even know how to word this type of shit. Okay. There's a lot of butt sex still. There's a lot more butt sex out there. Okay. You know, I'm thinking about cutting this out to volume 3 and 4 little segments for every case that he ruins, for everything that he implants. And this guy is like a literal, he's a weird individual. Angelo last live. is really going in on him, really talking to people, because this guy he's like a BHB. They're completely different. I get that. But, same level of tragic pimp scammer, same level. It's the upper echelons of the shitheads on YouTube. And it blows my mind to take advantage of, somebody's kid that's missing. Okay. 17 years old. In my eyes, I don't know much. Parents, he's shooting at the house over this. The guy's been doing interviews. He seems a little bit like unhinged. I think wifey hit this on the head. Wifey says that the girl probably ran away because of the conditions there, the abusive stuff. I would have to fully agree with that from the little that I know. But it's just shot out, man. It is completely shot out, man, and it's disgusting. What's up, Queen Pin? What's happening? Yeah, it's bad when I'm at a loss for words, and I'm trying to say it, but it's crazy. No, see, there you go. So to the Ernie simp. So let me be careful. Revenge posting or posting about consent can get you in huge trouble. Okay, I'm not gonna call you simp. I'm not gonna call you simp. Okay, I apologize for that. I know you're not, but so I have to explain this because there's a lot of confusion with this. Revenge porn is what you're saying. So revenge porn. So in this instance, right? You're right. You're right in a sense, but in this instance, Ernie would have to admit, right, that revenge porn. I never dated Ernie, but if he wanted to play that card, he would then have to say that I am the one porking him in said photos. He would have to say that that was my schlong that ended up in his mouth. He would have to say that that was my sausage up in his anus. And then he'd have to admit that. And then he'd have to admit that those pictures of his weenie are indeed him. And that I'm doing this in some spiteful revenge way in a domestic situation. Now hear me loud and clear. I'll totally be okay with being said person in photos. It's not me. I'm happily married, but I would love for him just to admit that it's him. I'll be the dude. It's not. I'm not. But I'd happily actually take that revenge porn title. But it would then force him to admit that's and as we have been seeing, zilch, nothing. Now, if anybody accused me of any of this stuff, I'd be like, that's a lie. That's a lie. Not even that, people. Not even that. Should tell you everything you need to know. And there were some complaints on Ernie Does Dallas that didn't see his face, this and that. Hey, you haven't seen volume 2. So that's all I can say. But but you're right about that. But it's more detail in it. I'll give you an example. I'll give you something else with that. There was a time. This guy's canceled now, right? But there was this guy here. This guy right here. This guy, right? A long time ago, he did a lot of women on this platform wrong. He's now since been canceled. His name used to be Doug No Thanks Investigates, right? Failed comedian, microscopic penis, and amongst other things. But he was attacking a lot of women, and I gave them platforms to tell each story. Many of his people that he would dox and harass. He was similar to Ernie, but a little bit different. Okay, they're all a little bit different. But one came up with receipts. There's a woman on this platform that actually had sex with him. She's got a channel. I've had her on. There is another woman that dated him. Okay, and she produced said sausage. Picture of said sausage. Okay, we released it. We showed it. And at that point, Doug could have got me, right? He could have got me. Now, you can't find the clip. This is all allegedly. This is all hypothetically. This is for educational purposes. But at that time, if Doug wanted to say, hey, that is my sausage, okay, I think this is revenge porn. I think he's doing this maliciously. He would have to admit that that microscopic shrimp, it's like the size of a Bluetooth speaker, would be his cock. So he's not going to go down that lane for the revenge porn claim because he has to own it and admit it. That's where the misconception and confusion and information, I think, gets a little bit twisted. So stick with me with that. Okay, you are right though, but at the same time, said person has to admit it. And guess what happened with Doug? Well, he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. Oh, Jimbo's in here. Okay, so, okay, guys, this is all new to me. I felt like this is crazy. I'm behind on this. I have been covering Ernie, so I do want to get the information out there for everybody. I don't have what I told you is all I know. I'm gonna have Jimbo come up for a few moments and speak on it because I just think this is nuts. I think this is nuts. And this guy, Ernie, is exploiting this situation to the fullest. To the fullest. I got you. Yes, he is. He is. Okay, I dropped it. Yeah, he is. Doug is interesting. We did a full-on expose of Doug a few months ago with the people that he harassed. Those lives are well worth a couple laughs, but you'll learn a lot about Doug. And then he got canceled, and then Doug went to Kick, and then he tried to come back to YouTube, and then he got canceled again. I would get Doug so triggered, and he would be like punching the air. Like you could see him punching the air when I would do the lives. And I've fully exposed this guy. He would send me voice clips. He tried to get me to he wanted me to shit on Don. So he's like trying to for some YouTube subscribers. He's like, hey man, let's do this on Don and this and that. And he's like this, and I'm like, what? And listen, I was all right with Doug. I was okay with him, but he started like this weird shit. And then what really got me mad is he's like, you don't want to go against me. I'll destroy you. I'm like, bro, I will out-joke the fuck out of you. I'm like, you have no idea. And that's exactly what I did. But he's been canceled. He's now, and I'm not joking, dancing in his underwear. Diapers. On TikTok. This is for real. This is for real. Dead serious. I've showed the videos. Dancing in his underwear on TikTok. All right, so the link is there. Let's hear about this. I'm just Blame Katie is the creator that I learned this from originally, and it just blew my mind. I thought this was initially watching it. I thought this was a Summer Wells shenanigan thing from Ernie. Another lie about that. And look, as far as that goes, Candace does not talk to Ernie Shell. Don doesn't. I think Don would whoop his ass in real life. I put my money on Don. I don't, want anyone to get in trouble or anything, but I would actually almost guarantee that. But Ernie is going to go hurt a woman. He's going to go talk shit to a woman. He's not going to, he wouldn't even do, I couldn't even set that up. There's a video of this guy fighting on YouTube. It is ridiculous. He fights with his set like this. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, if you run up on anybody that knows what they're going to do, that they're doing, you get your ass dropped in like literally 10 seconds. What is that going to do? You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. So I dropped the link, man. Ernie makes all the stuff up and people believe him. Don would have to get in line with me. Is it dropped? So I want to hear about what this guy's been doing. And then we're going to go to Cher because we'll have some jokes with her. She the Cher thing is a bit funny. You still here? Jimbo still in the chat? I dropped the link a few times. I don't know if you see it.
Katie's in the chat. Jimbo's in there.
Okay. Oh, he's driving. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. All right, not a problem. I would like to have him come in. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to get the information out, y'all. The dude is messing with he's messing with this with a missing person case, man, and it's crazy. Now, look, I don't know what happens if someone's missing and then they're labeled a runaway or kidnapped or whatever. I would think kidnapped. I don't know about kidnap because charges would come after that. Kidnapping is a serious charge. Serious charge. There's a PPL in Florida. But I don't know how it goes from missing to runaway or whatever. I don't know how the police deal with that or the next steps. But the dude is literally inserting YouTube beef in a person missing. People in the chat, some are okay with Jimbo, some not. The thing is, though, is what I do say. It's really got nothing to do with him. It's his son's girlfriend. Where he comes in is because Ernie is making it about him because of the YouTube beef that they've had in the past, and that's fucked up. But we have Cher here. You saw the trailer park fight. That dude cannot fight. When that day when he was like, I'm in White Boy City, I want to fight him. I was like, is this guy serious? Is this guy serious? I've been trying to fight YouTubers for years. Like that would be like a wet dream for me. But I just know he's just talking. And if he ran up on me with that shit right there, it would be a bad day for Ernie. Look, it's been a while since I had to throw these hands. But listen, babe.
What do you want?
The last time I threw these hands, and not to pat myself on the back or nothing, but I kind of broke somebody's orbital bone. What else?
I don't know. You kind of throw limp noodles there. I'm like, I got the muscle. What the fuck is talking about?
What happened to the guy at the club?
He had a fist-sized crater in his face. Every facial bone broke. He needed full facial reconstruction, and you were sitting in the passenger seat of my car, seatbelted, and you punched him half-assed through the window.
Well, he was hitting on the well.
So he didn't even fucking...
And I told him to stop that.
No, I fucking told him to stop it. And you got mad when you found out. Because remember, you were talking to a friend?
Yeah, so I think the guy went in the bathroom to buy some Coke or something. I kicked the door down. And then they threw me out. And then he came by the car, and I just hit him with like a jab. But I broke his whole face. Fun times. Fun times. But anyway, let's get to Cher and her grifting ass. Let me show you this. Cher has found the Sebastian Roger case. I'll keep you guys updated on the situation with Ernie and Jimbo. I kind of wanted to jump up, but I didn't give much notice. He's driving. Maybe he'll jump up and tell us before I end this probably what will happen. So we'll go there. But I was just taking a peek at Cher. I found an interesting title. well, let me do this first. Actually, before this, people in the chat, we have discounts today. I have something very special to tell you. As you already know, I have given away 5 memberships in this live. Now, I'm willing to buy one person in the chat a life coaching session from Cher.
Oh,
now,
this, please.
So whoever wants it, I'm willing to buy you. Just check this out, people. Look at this. Just have a look at this.
Is this an infomercial? Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is the infomercial.
For a small price of...
What is this? What's it not playing?
Because it doesn't want a life fucking coaching session by sharing this one.
All right, hold on a second. What the fuck's going on?
All right, time to roll butthole. I'll be back.
Okay. I just want to show you guys. This is literally something she put out. This actually happened. She actually took the time out of her life and thought that this not only was a good idea. Look at this. Okay, how do I put the volume on? There. Share. Hold on, what is it again? Hold on, wait, we're gonna email it. Hold on, somebody type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type the email in the chat. Okay, we're gonna send her a quick email. We're gonna send her a quick email. So let's do this. So hold on, let's give you some context. Let's give you some context. So let's do this. Hey, how are you doing? My name is Matt. I go by White Boy Radio. I was wondering if I could purchase some life coaching sessions, period. The thing about it is, I was wondering how maybe that you can teach me how to be such of a shitty parent where you leave your kids in a different country for a man that you met on the internet, all after you got warrants out for animal cruelty, period. Also, I noticed by watching your content via YouTube that you grifted for a wedding that you never had. Also, you grifted for a vacation slash, I don't know what kind of grift it was, to meet a grandmother in a missing persons cases that you never went to, period. Also, can you teach me how to grift if I has 0 teeth due to smoking meth? What else? What else, guys? What else? I'm about to send it. I'm about to send it. Look, it's going down. Okay, I'm blinding you with that. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Look, so we're gonna be talking about Cher real fast. This would be with the animal cruelty. Don't forget. But the bigger thing is here. Let's not forget. Let's not forget about it. This is what you're seeing on the screen. This is off a real email. I'm literally sending it. This is what has been sent to Don. So she sent these pictures to Don for information on the case. And I'm just curious, like what information did you get? And for that matter, like what did you do in the case? Like what was your purpose? Like what did you solve? Like what did you what was your entirety? Like what was the big moment for you? Like recording them and all this type of shit. Like what did you bring that the people and the public didn't know already? I'm trying to understand, because you literally like are busting it open for Don. Like what if Don rubbed one out to that? I'm just saying hypothetically, educational purpose. It's very possible. It's very possible. I don't know if he did or not. He never told me, but what if he did? Or you don't even know what he did with those pictures. What if somebody took the pictures that you sent to Don, because there's a lot of them, and hypothetically, and for educational purposes, they put them on Pornhub or something? What if they turn this around on you in not a good way? Like, was it worth the trade? Was it worth the other side of things for you? I don't think so. There was nothing that you exposed except your cheeks. But she's at it again, and she's now found the Sebastian Rogers case, and it's interesting to see what she's got to say about it. Well, wouldn't you know, who guessed blames the parents? Ding, 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 ding. You nailed it right on the head. You nailed it right on the head. We'll take this moment just for a grift from a tragedy pimp.
Dark, what's up? Hey, white boy. I think you can super chat. Why don't you go ahead and just say what you want? It only costs you 99 cents. In the dark, what's up? Hey.
But Cher, let's have a listen at what she has to say on the case of Sebastian Rogers. Well, I'll tell you what she says, but there's something I have to straighten out because I'm getting pissed about it. So here's a screenshot of, at the top there, under these two grifters, you have knowledge is power. You guys remember her? Came up from Florida. White boy might have gave the GHB. No shave does not work. Okay. The GHB. Okay. I got convicted of selling GHB like 20 fucking years ago. If you're going to dox me, I have no problem with it. But at least like show the dates. Like you're not allowed to say I'm selling GHB in 2024. And by the record, if you're going to do the research and dox me, at least get it right. Give me credit for all the drugs that I sold. It was meth, GHB, coke, every pill imaginable, pretty much any drug, and also steroids. Hey, I like to make money. I like to make it fast. That's how I was living. It's just what it is. Guess what? Wait for it. I went to prison for selling said drugs. But there's more. I have like 50,000 videos on my YouTube channel talking about getting arrested for said drug selling and going to prison, and the stories within the prison. So if you're going to dox me, I have no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with that. Just we're gonna see who wins this game, if that's the lane that we're going. But she didn't dox me. But you're not allowed to. It's 2024. I didn't sell any GHB today or 3 years ago. That was a long time ago. For a winning lottery ticket, I couldn't even find GHB right now if I wanted to sell it. You're such a true crime analyst. The stuff that they put in that drug it's impossible to get that. Nobody is going to have that. because it was produced in Florida in Fort Lauderdale in the early 2000s. But there's a conspiracy. Like I said, these people in the YouTube, they think I have something to do with Summer Wells and I'm supplying the drugs and this and that. It's fucking utterly ridiculous. But I'm going to show you this. So Cher. One hour and 6 minutes.
Florida white boy may have gave the GHB. No shave does not work. Okay, because so they could still.
So the conspiracy is I gave Don GHB, which also, for the record, it's not a rape drug. I don't know. There have been convictions out of that, I guess, but it was sold in GNC as a supplement at some point until they realized people are getting high off this. All it did was burn fat when you go to sleep. That's all it did. But yeah, I sold it. Whoop-de-fucking do. 20 years ago. That's my conviction date. Not this year. Not 3 years ago. I sold a lot of drugs 20 years ago. I did a lot of things 20 years ago. Lots of things that I probably wouldn't do today. But it's crazy with the grifters and the tragedy pimps because I get in their ass so much that it's like every I feel like it's every 6 months or so there's like a shared like project or file of me that they're like sharing amongst each other, and I have no problem with it. But when they present it, they never show the dates. They never show the dates. I should probably get the dates, but I actually beat them at something, which we have coming in the mail. But I didn't do this in 2023. You did. You did. You did this. You grifted for teeth. Like technically, if you were selling GHB, you wouldn't have to do these grifts. You could put money in your pocket. But, you know, we don't promote that. It's not good. I did a lot of crazy stuff when I was younger. But is this crazy? She brings me up in a Sebastian Rogers case in saying this. Now, on the rest of this live, what's said is a whole bunch of the parents did it. But what I found the most humorous part about this live was how bad Sebastian Rogers' parents are. Seth, because there's CPS stuff. And that is true, there is. And yes, there was abuse there. Also, Chris and Katie, there's CPS stuff there. And yes, there was abuse there. But lady, we have to remember, you left your kids you left your kids in the United States of America and rode out to Canada to meet this wannabe biker looking fuckboy right here. Okay, who helps you grift? Let's be. He's a grifting enabler. Look at that beard. That thing probably smells like Molly Golightly vagina. Literally, that thing just smells. It like Ernie's ass. You literally left the United States to go to Canada, and you left your kids behind. You left the kid. Like, what mom does that? Because you had those dogs in that trailer, and you didn't have any water for them. That's why you have animal cruelty charges. So who the frig are you? Okay, who are you? I own my shit. No problem telling you I sold drugs 20 years ago. It is part of me. It's part of my story, and I'll never denounce it. It's actually on my own channel. You don't have to go too far to find it. But you hide from yours. You'll never find me hurting a kid. You'll never find me hurting an animal. Never. This is your shit. Just around the corner. Not 2 decades ago. Not 2 decades ago. You just left your kids in the United States for Canada. You just got animal cruelty charges, and that's why you did that. You just grifted for teeth. I would be proud to sell any drugs, okay, risk my own freedom before I grifted off strangers on the internet. You have to be kidding me. Fortunately, how about this? I just work nowadays and I don't have to do any of that. Make my own paycheck. But you wouldn't know nothing about that. Nothing about that. Nothing. Because this is all you do is grift. All you do is grift. If it wasn't for Don and Candace, you wouldn't have teeth. You wouldn't have a monster tattoo on your ass cheeks. You would have nothing. The people that you hate are bringing you every penny that you make on YouTube. They made your channel. You should pray to Don and Candace. You should lick their ass cracks because that is all you have. All you have. You're nothing but a grifter. You're nothing but a piece of crap. And that's all you're going to be. You have no right. And it's not even the pot calling the cat. Lady, you are like the worst. Your dad, your own father, killed people. Your own father lit a house on fire and went in the bushes, not the bushes on YouTube, but the bushes by the fire, and watched the little kids die in prison. Who are you to talk about any parent? You are a dirtball. You are a dirtball. And any time you want to talk about me selling GHB, just remember that on the scale of sins, I'll take me selling drugs 20 years ago way over me burning a house down with children in it or hurting animals. Just remember that, because I'll be here to repeat it and remind you for at least 5 years. I promise I will. I hope you hit 1 million subs because they'll all know about it because of White Boy. Leave my motherfucking name out your mouth, lady. Leave my name out your mouth. Straight like that on a Sunday.
Oh my fucking God. You did not.
Who hurts animals? Like, that's weird. Oh, you know who hurts animals? The lady who's left the comment that she wanted to read. Forgot about that. This lady. Look at this lady. Look at this weirdo. This lady, like, I don't talk about this lady too much because she's just a clout chaser. But here's her, here's her back page.
Take Sierra out from under the ass if you're going to keep the ass on the screen.
Sierra's under the ass? I'm sorry, Sierra. Here's her back page that we found. Literally. But this lady yells at the phone. Here's her smoking some meth. Here's her just looking 10 years older. This is her with 0 teeth. What else do we have here? It's like this is the moderator, actually. This is the moderator. This lady just yells at the phone, makes no sense. And what's funny is, like, Don and Candace don't know who this lady is. But it's just like the clout, of course she's throwing my name, That's fine. That's fine. I don't run from nothing that I did in the past. In fact, I put it out on YouTube well before. It's funny to watch you guys. Like, I got the file on White Boy. I like sit here and watch the videos, and I laugh with my wife. I'm like, oh, let's have a listen. And you guys like break it down like there's something new you're telling the people. Like, it's fucking comical. Like, just go on my own channel. Like, when the worst was when I got arrested last time. The conspiracies on that. Listen, it was for driving with a suspended license. And guess what? I got the body cam to really roast you morons with your conspiracy. I requested my own body cam. How about that one for you? So it's just like, and I've already put my one body cam out there. What are you exposing? What are you showing? What? How about you get the body cam of that burning house? How about that? Bet you won't. I bet you won't.
Fucking bet I will.
That I'll bet on.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that lady's on back page for real, people. I'm not lying. I'm telling you. Look, I wish I could show you every receipt that we find. Some shit goes way out left field. And I do know somebody that put
bonding. When he got arrested the first time, I threatened to kill him in front of the police. Yeah, we bonded.
somebody put Cher's cheeks on Pornhub. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. I don't know who did it. I don't know who did it, but somebody did it. I heard about it.
I bet you that idiot ain't getting paid.
For free. Lol. But Ernie gone live, did he?
The lightning kitten.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out, man. So what does this one say? One thing I ate already. Listen, if you don't know this lady literally. So look, let me just break this down. Married to this one. They're married. And there was literally a conversation between these two individuals on the screen where they're like, "Hey, check this out."
Are they really married though?
They're not married. They grifted for people. There's so many lies. Even sometimes I get confused. But so they're not actually married. Okay. So they had they had a conversation. Okay. I want you to look at the screen right now. And what the conversation was about was, hey, check this out. I'm gonna can you take some pictures of my ass? Because what I think we should do is send these to Don. Because he'll probably tell me where the missing child is of the conspiracy that I've made up in my head. I think my ass, I have the ass of a 13-year-old boy, but I think it has the power. It's like two little cupcakes. Not even enough to squeeze. I think it has the power to actually get a self-admission out of Don. What he's actually going to tell us where Summer's at. So can you take the pictures? And then dude's like, that's like a genius idea. How about you take one like this and listen, babe, why don't you bust it open one time for him? Can you bust it, babe? Can you bust it?
I mean, if you were asking me to, I guess. Will you take the picture, darling?
Oh, that's it. Just like that. Yeah, bust it. Bust it. Like, what kind of sick shit is... Oh, they can't even see it. They can't even see it. I did all that talking shit for nothing. Here's what I was trying to show you guys. Can you bust it?
Trigger warning.
Like, who does this? And the trade-off was for nothing. Like, what information was given? Yeah, that's gross. That thing's beat up. That thing's blown out. That's like a 67 Chevy with 400,000 miles on it. That thing is blown out. Blown out. Yuck. It stinks too. And then the lady we've exposed it on her own wish list.
Oh, God.
Douche.
No, it's a feminine crop.
For a mere $19.99, you can also buy douche for Cher. Because, we have to support her destroying these parents in these cases. Just a mere $99. That's after the $59.99 life. Of course, you want to get a life coach session. Duh. Just $59.99. Okay, it's cheap. Okay, and look, there's a lot of things to be taught on these sessions. They're very educational, and it's an in-depth conversation of just philosophy and the world wonders. You could learn a lot on these sessions. It's totally worth it. Definitely not a grift.
It's really $60.
I have no idea what she charges. So we tried to I'll let you guys in on this. I shouldn't say this. So I wanted to infiltrate her life coaching thing I was gonna send one of my moderators in, okay, who happens to be somebody older of age. And my thinking was go in there and ask, like, for some life coaching, right? And what, because this person is old. Is my homegirl now. It's my homegirl.
I was my friend, but she wasn't going to do it.
Well, we thought both of them. We hit this at different angles. My angle was one of my mods, a little bit older, but she's hip to the game. She might be a little older, but when Cher was to say, "Oh, you're interested in life coaching, are you?" She's gonna hear this older woman, and the light bulbs are gonna go off on her head. And I was like, just record it, send it to me, and we'll get it out to the people. But I didn't want to put one of my subs in direct line of fire.
Danger.
Yeah, because but that was a good idea. You could just imagine she got a hold of some lady. Okay, so it's an older lady. You could tell by talking on the phone, and this lady's like, "Hey, I need life coaching from you." And how much is it? Oh, and I was willing to pay for it. And then Cher's like, "Oh, I got one. And then just imagine the shit I could have exposed. This is how easy it is with these grifters. There's a million little ideas I have out there that we're completely working on, but just imagine that video. Holy shit. I should have done it. Yeah, please don't buy any life coaching. It's amazing. Molly Golightly, life coaching. Cher, who else does life coaching? Anyone that does life coaching?
Kate's people commit suicide and stuff.
Who?
Kate, Marissa.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happened.
Cher can't fix her own life. Listen, Cher is a spiteful person. I've been exposing a lot of these creators who've been in contact with Don Wells. And there's been I've tried to show as much as I could and explain to you guys things. Josh, the lab, that guy, piece of shit. And Cher. I've literally read the conversations. I know the tricks that they were doing on Don. Don Wells is not tech savvy. He didn't even realize.
Interesting to me.
He didn't realize that they were changing the conversation. They were literally changing their own conversation. What do you mean by that? Very simple. If I message any of you guys on Messenger, we can have a conversation, no matter what we talk about. But if I start unsending my messages or deleting my own messages to you, I'm changing the conversation. So what does that mean? That means something simple as, "Hey, how's it going? How was your day? Go fuck yourself." What do you mean? Why are you yelling at me? Why? I didn't even do anything. If I take the "go fuck yourself" away, who looks crazy? If I take the "go fuck yourself" away, even though I said it, and then I present said screenshots to the internet, who looks crazy? Who looks crazy? Do I look crazy? Or does the person saying, "Why are you saying," simple little petty things like this, and a million of these little games I was catching, and I'm realizing I'm years late into the harassment. I'm like, dude, you got to stop talking to these people, bro. Like, don't you understand? And it took some time, but he was getting. I had to teach him. But what I'm getting at is Cher, the worst at it. Like, such little, like, it disgusted me, because this is a man. No matter what you think about the case, you may think they're guilty of as all sin, and that's your right to think if that's how you feel. I don't feel like that, and nobody has to think how I feel. Everyone has their own thought here. But at the same time, no matter how you feel about it, we can agree that's wrong to do. It's wrong to exploit that and manipulate that situation and present it to the internet and then sell an idea behind it. So they'll present this little fabricated screenshot ordeal, whether it is in an there's so many little things, okay? But they'll present that to get the audience like, oh, Don bad, Don bad, Don bad. And then they'll bring in some other shit on top of it. So now by the end of the live, people really hate the dude. Okay, a lot of people already do, but regardless, it's continued harassment. It's dead fucking wrong. They're both dirtbags for that. They'll never come on this channel. They'll never make a video debunking, denouncing what I'm saying. They'll never do that. This and just for the record, this dude, this guy here, while I'm talking about him, let's give people a visual. This guy here, who's literally smelling his own fart right here in his backyard. This is what Josh looks like standing up. That's him smelling his own fart. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. That's what I think that he's doing. He lives with his grandmother, another grifter. Okay, no bills, big fat fuck. Lives with his grandma. Okay, this guy is scared to death of any confrontation of his own words. This here, that little clip that I played, is him literally.
White boy. I think you can super chat. Why don't you go ahead and just say what you want? It only costs you 99 cents.
So I went in his chat as he's addressing me. Like, I would give anybody I'm talking about ever, and I always will promise you guys this, if I'm talking about somebody, I would always give them a link for them to come up here and challenge what I'm talking about. Any receipts I have, anything. This guy literally sees me in the chat. He has it on subscribers only, 10 minutes or whatever. He's counting down from when he sees White Boy Radio subscribed on his OBS. He's counting the minutes down. And then when it gets to where I can comment, I was going to say drop the link. He ends the live. Like, these people are jokes. Like, literally jokes. Like, who cheers that on? Like, you know, and then in the chat, like, yeah, Jeff, be a coward. Yeah, yeah. It's the weirdest shit. But it's happening. No, I'm being dead ass serious, Taco. I've literally showed examples of that. The receipts are in past lives. A lot of my subs already know this, but I've showed examples. They would just like doing stupid things. That's why I would tell him, don't talk to these YouTubers on Facebook. This is what they're going to do. You know, I try to tell him a lot of shit. At the end of the day, though, man, look, Donna's a man. He's his own person. He's going to make his own decisions. But I would try to give him the best advice as possible. And he has actually, I'm proud of him. You don't see Don Wells ever on the internet unless it's over here. And he has made 180-degree change on his presence on the internet. I tell him, if you ever want to say something, I'll give you a platform. I'll give you a mic. So will wifey. Whatever you want to say, whenever you want to say, do it in a safe space. Fuck these people. And finally, so we gotta give credit to where credit's due on that, man. You know what I'm saying? And they hate it. They hate it. But you have to understand that they have forgotten about Summer Wells since Sebastian's came. Cher has found Sebastian. That's the new grift. Okay. Same with that dude that smells his own farts. But I want to talk about something else tonight, something a little different. And it's got to do with the community that I came from. Because this dude, I've been seeing this dude, he's been pissing me off, but this guy has a giant channel. So it's going to be hard how I deal with this, because I've been the small creator calling out lies before, and you get trampled by the minions. You get trampled by the creators' channel viewers that aren't you have to just present it to the T, man. That's all I can say. It's happened so many times. It's happened so many times, and I don't like it because the truth gets trampled. The truth gets ran over, and so that's why I'm saying it. And this guy's called Jumpsuit Pablo. I made a post the other night. This guy has been lying about a very local case to me, a case that we went and did some documentation in. We showed you where it's the Wade Wilson case. And if you don't know about this case, it's very strange, very weird. It's basically a Florida guy. He strangled a couple women. For some weird reason, there is an attraction from women on this guy. I don't understand it. I have a quick clip to show you, but there are some women out. There's straight thoughts. There are some thoughts out there. Some people who probably are women who, are the type to like send nudes when they first know a guy, maybe something like that. Maybe a woman with maybe no morals. Something like, but I just don't understand what kind of lonely and desperate woman would do this type of thing. But it's out there and it's real. This is a legit convicted serial killer who's sitting in jail about to go do a life sentence in Florida. Okay. There's a group of thoughts that somehow think they can save this dude. You can't save that dude. He's killed women before. What are you going to do in a postcard or an email? You can't save that dude. And,
He's on death row.
I don't get it. So I want to see you guys' reaction on this. Look at this shit. This is wild, man. There is a group of women who are obsessed with this guy. They really want his sausage in and around their mouth. And it's out of control, really. I don't understand it, but let's get into it. Just to familiar with the case, but this is not the guy Pablo yet. We'll get there in a second.
He strangled 2 women and mutilated one of them, running her over with a car repeatedly. He also has swastikas tattooed to his face. But Wade Wilson also has fans.
What the hell? All right, hold on.
He strangled 2 women and mutilated one of them, running her over with a car repeatedly.
Check it out,
he also has swastikas.
Ladies, please comment, ladies.
But Wade Wilson also has
I want your
fans.
opinion on this.
Since June 12th of this year, the day he was convicted of double murder and a jury recommended a death sentence, Wilson has received almost 4,000 messages in jail and more than 750 photos. So-called Let Wade Live letters have poured in to the judge ahead of his formal sentencing, which will be later this month. And there's even an online petition that has more than 30,000 signatures. And now a phone call between Wilson and his then girlfriend has surfaced from October of 2019, shortly after he was arrested. Take a listen to this.
Hey, baby. How are you?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know, Mila. I know, baby. I know.
Listen.
I f***ed up badly. The
This
worst.
is not a up, babe. This is not a up.
No, this is more than a up. You got to understand what I'm telling you. And we got to get over this if we're going to be talking a little bit, at least. I never was going to.
Okay, so what you're seeing right now is this guy's convicted, right? This lady, he beat up, right? He beat the shit out of this lady up at a spa, okay? Before he killed the 2 women that he killed, he beat up this woman. This woman actually took the stand against him, but they're talking in jail right now. Now, I saw somebody say he got beat up because of a wrong gang affiliation in jail. If I really hope that did not come from the channel called Jumpsuit Pablo, because I'm about to get into his ass crack here in a minute. That guy is lying altogether with this case. I'll prove it here in a minute. But this guy's that creator is a fucking joke, and he's just pissing me off because he's straight up lying to people. And on top of that, this guy is from the prison community. I'm from the prison community. I know the respected channels over there, the big channels, all that. You gotta like there's this guy is, and now he's into true crime, but he's like literally lying about this entire case. And I've been seeing it, right? But I see the guy on Duty Ron's channel last night, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I posted that post. Because he's literally doing a T-Rev to people. T-Rev was having people call in with bogus calls. He's literally like doing that's exactly what he's doing. I'm going to explain it, but I just want you guys to get familiar and take your I want to say about this.
And to kill you ever.
I've been saying, I'm waiting for mom. This guy, this little boy on the news says, I'm waiting for my mom to walk through the front door. You did that to her mother.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What if that was your mom? Think about it.
I know, I do every day.
Not think about this.
I am, Mila. I am. I think about this every day. Trust me, I am. I want to.
Are you
Mila.
sorry?
Yes, I'm sorry. I want to die, Mila.
You can't just kill people, Wade.
I know, baby. Baby, I know. I know, baby. Listen, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, is the news has been outside of your spa the whole time?
Baby, I've got 5 people, they show up trying to get me to do an interview.
When I was on the phone with you, you were on the phone with the cops, weren't you?
What do you mean?
Like when I was calling you, and you were like, I was like, baby, I need a bus. Baby, you set me up. I went to Joe's Crab Shack, and the cops tried to get me.
I did set you up for that, yes.
You did?
Yeah, I was scared of you.
Okay, fair enough. At least you're honest.
You said you wanted to see me, kiss me on the forehead, tell me something. I was scared of you. I said,
okay. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I'm sorry.
You can't be mad at me.
I know. Yeah, I know. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, so as you can see, he's kind of a fast talker, and this is actually somebody he beat up that testified against them. But this is a phone call in court. But the women, there's like a group of women that like sweat this guy. That's what this video is about. I'll put it in the description box. They like write this dude and flood this dude and all this. And this is not the first time that I've been seeing this. There's a creator, I forget her name. Do you remember that lady's name?
No.
She covers like all weird communities online. And there's actually a community of women who do this a lot. They think they can they like fall in love with serial killers. It's very weird. I did a video years ago about why women should not write guys in prison. And I explained like why they get played. You know, there's guys in prison that it's a hustle. It's a hustle. They just know how to lay it down good. You have to understand in prison, man, you're around manipulators. You're around people exploiting to the maximum. Okay, to the maximum. These guys are like grade A. Like, listen, in prison, what do you think the most read book is in prison? And I'm not talking the Bible. That would probably be number one, to be honest. And not porn. Porn is a hustle itself. I used to sell. I had a couple fuck books. I used to rent them out, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the most read book, and I've talked about this years ago. That you know what the most read book is in prison? Psychology for Dummies, or anything to do with psychology. I swear to you, because guys in there are in there for fraud and everything else. Listen, prison. I have a real weird stance on prison. It's where people should go if they owe a debt to society, if they've done something to victims. But you can build your criminal outlook, insight, connections a lot bigger in prison. It's just a fact. And it's just a fact. You might go to prison for selling some dope, right? You're the guy that like sells a little bit of weed on the side. You got a job 9 to 5, but you pick a quarter pound up every 2 weeks, and you sell a little bit of bud here and there. You're not really like doing nothing. You're not making no noise. You're just like making a little bit of bud. You're making a little bit of cash, and you got a little bit of smoke. Some minor type shit, nickel and dime and stuff. But you go to prison, but you get caught. You get caught. And you go to prison, and now you know like the plug. Like you know the plug. Right? Now you know the guy where you can get that quarter pound you were selling. Man, you can get a whole pound for half the price. And this dude's got an ability and connections to put you in line with all type of other stuff. It's how it goes. It's exactly how it goes. But it's exactly how it goes. So I have my own like outlook on prisons. I don't know if they reform people. I think sometimes they can make people worse. But it will, there's, how you correct it. What's the perfect solution? It's a tough conversation, right? But I do know about prison because I've been there. Guess what? Selling GHB 20 years ago. But I've been there. I've been there twice. Made my mistakes, done my time. And I've talked about all type of experiences and stories and fights and all types of stuff, gang affiliations and all type of stuff a million times on this channel. Just go back on the playlist and stuff. But this guy, Jumpsuit Pablo, he's pissing me off because I like Duty Ron is a respected creator in true crime. He's truthful. He's ex-police. And he's literally given somebody a platform who's been to prison before. This guy, Jumpsuit Pablo, has supposedly done 10 years, right? And he's from the prison community. Big channel. I can't tell. Nobody checked your paperwork. Nobody knows what you did. Nobody knows what you did. You ain't been on no big interviews. Why haven't you been on Lockdown 23-1? That's what you got to do in the prison community. I've been on Lockdown 23-1. Why haven't you been on Big Herc? Like, what if you're some dude that was smelling little boys' bicycle seats? We don't know. We don't know what you went to prison for. We don't know what you went to prison for. But you're over here transitioning into the true crime community and literally telling these weirdo lies on Duty Ron's channel. A respected ex-police officer. That's where I have to cut it, bro. And that's why I have to expose this, because you've been lying to the people. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care about how many subscribers you have or none of that, because I know prison YouTubers with big old channels, and I already called them. So you little minions come over here, ain't that fuck shit? I don't care. I don't care. Because we'll get it out. We'll get the message out further than you can. That's how it goes when your face is clean. People know I didn't smell the little boy's bicycle seats. I don't know. We don't know what you did. We don't know what you did. But what I do know you did is you're lying about all types of things about Florida prisons. I've been there. Wade Wilson, I was just in the jail there, dude. I was just in the jail. I was in jail with him. Not with them, but in the same facility. You're doing too many lies, bro. You're telling way too many lies, bro. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop right now. It's got to stop right now. So let me show you this doofus, guys. This guy's a doofus. So the first thing I noticed with this doofus is he's talking about my buddy. It's the first thing I seen. Where'd I put that at?
What is it?
The Charleston video. Is this it right here? Yeah. So he's talking shit about my buddy.
Charleston White has just been arrested yesterday in
Lie
Texas.
number one.
Now, if you don't know who Charleston White is, I think most people do. But if you don't, this is him. He's most known and goes viral the most often for his many clips from interviews and other videos of him pretty much advocating for snitching He's had many internet beefs with many, influencers, rappers, just kind of challenging them, trying to lure them into making threats against him or even coming to assault him so that he can, and he tells them right then and there, I'll call the police. He's going to snitch. He's going to, he prides himself on his history of and ability to get these guys locked up. And so, of course, a lot of people in the street life hate him and want to see something happen to him and want to get their hands on him. Well, they may be getting their chance pretty soon. He has been arrested for several charges. The lesser charge here, at least on paper, it's a misdemeanor, 1 count of animal cruelty or torture of an animal. I don't know the exact details of this charge, but what happened for him to get it. I don't know exactly what he did, but I don't like it. And I'm pretty sure nobody likes it.
Yeah, you don't know the details because somebody on the internet, he said that he shot a cat on live. He was joking. He didn't do it. There's no discovery. There's no receipts on that. He was joking. Charleston says a lot of crazy shit. A lot of crazy shit. He plays a character online. Me and Noel know him. Babe, cue the pictures of us with Charleston.
Oh, come on now.
We know Charleston very well. Charleston blew up. He went from a creator I helped with YouTube to being in movies. Like literally, like the transition and the blow up happened right in front of us. I met him through a YouTube comment, and then we communicated amongst each other. We became friends. I helped him with YouTube, and he fucking blew up. He did get arrested. This is a bogus charge. This is like somebody swatting you. Okay, they're lying. They're calling the police and lying about something that you're doing. Okay, it's exactly what they did with Charleston because he said he shot a cat. Now, should he have said that? No. Did he say crazy shit all the time to get attention? Yes. He's a community activist. He's a community activist. He helps the youth in Texas. He says crazy shit to go viral, and it works. But none of it's true. None of what he says is true. And somebody called the police because he said that, and that's why he got arrested. So you don't know what you're talking about. Another lie. You don't know the details because you didn't do the research. But this got my attention on this guy. His name is Jumpsuit Paulo. Ted Bundy. So listen, we had this lady. I don't have a picture. Yeah, here she is right here. This lady right here does spirit box lives and YouTube psychic shit. This lady literally says that, I'm not even joking right now. She covers this. She covers the Summer Wells case. This lady says that what had happened was Ted Bundy talks to her, right, in spirit box, and Ted Bundy tells her where Summer Wells is. You cannot make this shit up. You cannot make it up. She's dead. Listen, the grift even gets worse. Then she says, for a mere $19.99, Ted will have a conversation with you. It's like worse than the life coaching shit. This lady says a deceased serial killer speaks sweet nothings into her ear, and she'll translate it to you because of her spiritual powers. And boy, did she get mad when we did a live about her. Holy crap. You can use caps. What's the problem? Who cares? Who cares using caps? I appreciate it. JD Delay's all right. He's all right. He's all right. I'm the problem with him. But this guy Jumpsuit Pablo is just exploiting this whole Wade Wilson situation to the max. Let me show you this video. This one I watched, and I'm like, oh, this dude is lying his ass off. And I really wasn't gonna say nothing, but when I seen him on Duty Ron's, he was doing the same lie, saying he was talking about Steven Stern, the person that T-Rev lied about. They keep exploiting that little girl Maddie, man. It's fucked up. But look at this. Look at this shit. Hold on, let me play this. Initially,
Y'all, as you know, as a
so
guy,
initially I called a pretty big YouTuber, a Florida prison YouTuber, Pino. I wanted Pino to come up tonight because he's got like 200,000 subs, because he could back up what I'm saying. But anybody who's done time in Florida, you're going to automatically destroy what this guy's about to say. This guy is literally saying that. So he's talking about Wade Wilson. He's trying to say that this guy on the right is an inmate inside of prison that called the schmuck in the middle to give him all this inside information about what's going to happen to the guy on the left. It's the most fakest shit in the world. And let me break it down for you.
who's done 10 years in state prison.
We don't know.
Very recently, I, throughout that decade, made...
Bro, you could have been smelling little boys' bicycle seats. We don't know what you did. We don't know.
Very many connections with very many inmates, not only in the state of South Carolina, where I did my time, but many, many states, specifically the lower, the southern states here, where things are still kind of pieced together and connected. And let me tell you something. As of right now, I have connections in South Carolina galore. I have connections in Oklahoma. I have one connection in Idaho that I'm working on some stuff with Brian Koberger and all those with. And then I have one connection with one inmate out there in Florida.
Hey, what's the problem with Little Dove? She can use caps. Who cares? You ain't bothering nobody, Little Dove. You're chill. Everybody's chill in my chat. We got a chill chat. Super laid back. If you're writing in caps, that's the chat gets way worse than that. Don't worry about any caps. All right, so let me what's up, Debbie? Little Dove, this is okay.
Florida. And now he has already worked with me and given.
So here he is saying all these connections he has with guys inside prisons in the southern states. So right off the top, red alert for me. Red alert. But so I kept watching, and this is over a month ago, this video, over a month ago. Okay. But when I watched this, I literally, me and Noel went and documented on where this guy went after he killed the two women. He left. He took off because police walked up to him in his car and was like, "Hey, license, registrations, this and that." And the cop was waiting on the backup to come. And why he was waiting on his the backup to come, Wade Wilson hit it. Okay, he hit it, and he went to his old place that he used to work at. And that's when the people called the police on him. Okay. But he blazed from there too before the cops got there and went and broke into a house, which we also tried to go document and show. But this dude, just have a listen. This is still pissing me off.
Me plenty of insight on the Madeline Soto case and all that. We got the same guy back to give me insider info.
Okay. And lastly, on this video, this guy on the right, okay, it says Florida inmate. It's supposed to be this prisoner in the prison system in Florida. I'm going to debunk that in 10 seconds. But this is the guy who's given the guy in the middle the information on the guy on the left, right? So the schmuck in the middle, jumpsuit Paulo, he's doing the same thing in the Madeline Soto case now. And I believe that's what he was doing on Duty Ron's channel. Again, this is not against Duty Ron. Duty Ron is respected. But this guy is with the lies, man. I'm telling you, with the lies.
And just insight from a guy who's there. He's been there for years. He's going to be there for many more years. On Wade Wilson. That's what I'm bringing to you today. That's all I really have to offer here in this true crime genre. And whenever I have it to give, I bring it right to you. So that's what we're going to talk about here today. Now, I do have this guy, and I asked him, please, send me a video, give it to me in your own words, uninterrupted. Just say your piece on it. We want to know expectations. When Wade Wilson, we know he's going to prison. We don't know what his sentence is going to be. Jury's recommending the death penalty. But if he doesn't get that, then what? He's probably going to get what, a life or 2 life sentences, something like that. I asked him to talk to us about what either of those would look like as far as the inner workings and the mechanics of prison, you know, the socialization part, how people are going to feel about him, or even, you know, if he goes to death row, I'm sure there won't.
So this is how I know he's lying, right? First off, just by a look on the guy on the right, what is this blue thing right here? What is it? A washcloth? A mask? They don't have this. They don't have this in Florida prison. There's nobody ever that's been to Florida prison that could vouch for this blue thing. Or who? Pino? All right, Pino might join us. But what is this? The whole thing. He got a towel on his head. This blue thing is weird. So it's a red alert for me. But when this guy starts talking about the mechanics and the gang affiliations in Florida prison, I know this is fake. I know this is fake. So I'm already like red alert with this guy's connections with people in prison. Then this inmate that has a phone that's able to send him a video. That's interesting by itself, because you have to be gang related to have a phone, because another gang will come and take that phone. You can't just be anybody with a phone in prison. They're going to come take that from you. And even if you're gang related, the gang with the most people, which is Bloods in Florida prison, are coming to take that 100% every single day, 7 days a week, 365. So this guy's Chico. Okay, what is he? Latin King? What's going on? Okay. But the mechanics of what he's trying to break down is all lies. Have a listen.
Won't be much socialization at all. But give us, just let us hear in your own words how that's going to work.
All right, get to this
text conversation, or what it doesn't mean is bracelets
prison for
here we go.
A life sentence.
And then I'll get into what more.
Or not, he'll get the death penalty, or whether he'll come to Florida State Prison for a life sentence.
What's up with the cell behind him? That's a good paint job for Florida prison. Stop it right now.
Now, depending how that goes will determine how his time is in the state pen. If he gets a death penalty, he'll go to death row, which is at one of 2 institutions. That's a toss-up, though, which one he'll end up at. Either way, it's basically the same type of time. At a cell, 23 hours, out for 1 hour. Get visitation on the weekends. However, you're chained to the table. No walking around, nothing like that.
Lie number 1.
And he's going to be there with dudes that have done some much more egregious shit. So I don't see him Swazi, this swastika he put on his face, on his cheekbone. Now, you might have some guys from out west or from up north that are doing time down here who actually are AB or affiliated and might take offense to that. And by AB, of course, I mean the Brotherhood. There are some other affiliations who use that symbol. However, there's only one in the state of Florida that's sanctioned that uses that symbol, and they don't use it like that. Not in that manner. It's not written in such a plain line style. So my guess is that he'll catch more hell for that when he comes to GP, if he comes to GP, than he would for his charges. Either way, what he did is egregious, and sure he won't have an easy go of it at first, but 2 things that are going in his favor. He's a tall guy. He's 6'6". Size definitely matters behind bars.
All right, so they're talking about his tattoo. The guy, Wade Wilson, has a swastika on his cheek. So the truth behind that is an Unforgiven, which is a white Florida prison gang, the only white Florida prison gang, put it on his cheek in the county jail in Lee County. This idiot, whoever this fake Florida inmate is on the screen, starts talking about biker gangs. There is absolutely 0 biker gangs in Florida prison. 0. You have like Nazi lowriders and stuff, but there's those guys are like a couple people. That shit is not doing nothing. The only white gang in Florida, you might be able to be a GD or something, which is, you know, all races, but you the only option that you would have, the only people with numbers are Unforgiven. That's it. That's it. There's no AB, there's no Aryan, there's no Aryans, there's no Aryan Brotherhood. There's none of that shit. It doesn't exist in Florida. It's not sanctioned in Florida. So this guy, I'm not even going to play it and waste y'all's time. I'm going to be watching this guy, though. This is like the biggest lie. There's like a million lies I could literally decipher through this fake inmate that's talking about Wade Wilson. Okay. There's no wash. What the guy's wearing, the background. Okay. Everything. When he starts talking about gangs, I know he's lying. Because I've been there, and I've done that. And not only that, I've had people on the channel who have also been there and done that, you know, talking about all this. This is the craziest grift. He's literally faking a person in Florida prison talking about what's going to happen to Wade Wilson. Some things he gets right. Okay. Simple Google search, I guess. He will be in only 1 or 2 prisons if he gets a life sentence or death penalty. I'm sorry. That is absolutely true. But the more this grift goes on, the more lies that are easily to break down. But when you start talking about like prison politics and stuff, it's easy to decipher. It's really bad. This dude here is shenanigans. I did not watch the Duty Ron thing, but I'm all over it. I'm going to, because from what I understand, he's trying to exploit Madeline Soto by saying that, once again, he has a fake inmate on the show that's in jail with Steven Stearns, and this is what's happening. Okay, this guy is lying his ass off, and because I have not watched the entirety of the Duty Ron thing, I'm going to stop right here. It's too easy for me to rip through these lies, and it's not even a me versus him thing. I'm going to bring other people who've been on in Florida prison to destroy this guy, because if what I'm thinking turns out to be what it is, he's exactly doing what T-Rev did. T-Rev faked phone calls with his friend on Maddie Soto. That girl never had a chance. That girl never had a chance at life. It's fucked up. These people are exploiting that situation. She's like sexually harassed since she was 9. It's gross, man. Y'all got to leave this little girl alone. Leave her alone. It's crazy, man. So we're on this ass, man. We're on this ass. I promise you. I'm actually going to share this video. This dude is lying his ass off. I'll play some more. This is not an inmate. This inmate, there's too many lies here. There's way too many lies.
People are much less likely to do something to you or come at you a certain way if they think you're a physical threat. And him being a white boy, he can definitely join that organization that I was talking about, and that might help him out too. I've known some of those guys to be getting to the money and having some stuff going on at different institutions. So maybe he'll network and join up with those guys, man. To be honest with you, I think he's a little off the rocker. I don't think that he's going to do something to you, or he won't have an easy goal. So my guess is that he'll catch more hell for that. They don't use it like that. Now, you might have some guys from out west or from up north that are doing time down here who actually are AB or affiliated and might take offense to that. And by AB, of course, I mean the Brotherhood.
There's no Aryan Brotherhood in Florida. He's not AB. He's got a swastika on his face. That's not a Aryan Brotherhood. It's crazy. What initially is said later is he's in a biker gang, or maybe the moron says it. I forget. I get the lies mixed up. Huh? He's basically saying that it's gonna be a motorcycle gang. That doesn't. Man, those dudes would get washed in Florida prison. What is a motorcycle gang gonna do fighting Bloods? That's like 10-1. They would get wrecked. And these dudes ain't making money. They are the minority all day. They are the minority. And all them dudes are junkies, to be honest. But this is the craziest lies ever. And this guy's grifted, and he had the fake inmate on the show like 100 times. And it's just like lie after lie. I'm really surprised any other prison channels did not catch this. Maybe they're not from Florida. I don't know. If you haven't done time in Florida, you couldn't catch it. But it just surprised me. It surprised me. But this guy's definitely 100% lying to people. And that's why I asked the person who commented, I heard that Wade Wilson got beat up in jail because of his gang affiliation. That is something that this guy said on his channel as well. Look, man, that it's not even going down like that. Wade Wilson is in confinement in the Lee County Jail. I don't know about now if he's been to prison, sent to prison. He's in confinement. He's not even around anybody. He's in confinement. And when they sentence you to death, a death sentence, they put you in confinement, whether or not you broke the rules or not, because your mental state is not there. They put you in the box until it sits in that, oh shit, I'm never getting out of here. Like, this is my life now. When they figure out that when they see that on you, they bring you out. It's just how it goes. But this is the biggest lie, this guy Jumpsuit Paulo. It's crazy. Down. No. Oh, Pablo got beat up. I don't know about his story. I don't know. I don't like the dude. I saw this a month ago, because a month ago is when we made the video of, we went out to the Wade Wilson stuff. And I let it slide. I'm like, you know what, man? I'm not going to fuck with the dude. If people want to believe it, it's on them. You know, who am I to, like, there's a million liars on the internet. I can't follow them all, but I literally was interested in this case. And I click on this video and I'm like, wait a minute. I know this name, and I know him from the prison community. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I even hit some of my people up from that community. And I don't know. There's a lot of shenanigans going on in that community, man. So I'm gonna be on it, because that community is crazy. It's where I started on YouTube. The shenanigans over there are like true crime on. It's like what you see on true crime. It's like true crime on steroids. The shenanigans in the prison community are not even like, it's out of control. People are pulling up on each other. There's like, it's out of control. It is whack. It is fucking crazy. But I have to go back there because there's a lot of shenanigans going on. And so you guys are going to see me covering people that maybe we don't cover a lot. Jumpsuit Paulo, I'm going to make a video out of this stream and upload it. You are shenanigans. You're lying to these people. You have these fake inmates on. This is out of control. And you're doing it and exploiting a girl who's sexually... That dude that was her stepfather, she was 13 years old. The police got his drive, and he's been sexually assaulting that girl since she was 8 or 9 years old. She had like no chance at life. And T-Rev is faking phone calls with his friend, exploiting her in death. And so is this dude. It just sickens me, man. And it needs to be called out 100%. Exactly. Let me play it more. I got holes in this thing.
There are some other affiliations who use that
in Florida, as there aren't in South Carolina.
There you go.
There are no really white race-based gangs in Florida, as there aren't in South Carolina, where I'm from. I feel like it's a Southern. Is this the ultimate sign of guilt? Like, I know I'm not going to win this trial. And I asked him specifically, I want to know about this around a lot of inmates. So I will tell you personally, I think this guy has his head on pretty much straight, and he's got a pretty accurate assessment of what's going on with Wade Wilson and how that fits into prison. Now,
so why wouldn't you just do the reaction? I do reactions all the time about what I think these people in these cases is going to happen when they get to prison. Why didn't, as someone who's been to prison for 10 years, why didn't you do the reaction to what's going to happen to Wade Wilson in prison based off your own experiences? Why would you need this schmuck that is the fakest inmate that you got ever? They don't sell that little blue rag that's not on the canteen. The laundry service doesn't give you that. You can't purchase that nowhere. Where do you get it from? That's contraband. You can't just have shit in prison that everybody else doesn't have. Lie number one. It's like sparkling white paint behind him. Like, when did the prison start looking like that? Florida is in a desperate need for money in their correction systems. They don't got even money for paint. Have you seen the food trays? Dude, stop it right now. And what are you talking about? There is gangs that are white boys. They ain't running nothing. But he's got a swastika on his face. It's common sense who he is aligned with. You're saying that, oh, the Aryan Brotherhood, because you've been watching movies. There is no Aryan Brotherhood in Florida. They don't even have a chapter here. They're not sanctioned here. So your source inside the prison doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. The only gang he could possibly be a part of is Unforgiven. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Some things he did tell me, and I asked him specifically, I want to know about this swazi, as he calls it, swastika under his eye, because as we know, here's Wade Wilson before jail. Yeah, he had some neck tats, whatever. He got this swazi on his eye right here. According to this guy, in case you couldn't tell already, there are no really white race-based gangs in Florida, as there aren't in South Carolina, where I'm from. I feel like it's a Southern thing. And you would think the South is where you would most...
This is such a lie. You can go to my playlist. It's called My Experience with Gangs. View it. I have plenty of interviews of people who've been to prison. Plenty. Let's continue. This guy is just lying. He's exploiting y'all. I'm telling you. Look at this. He got 303,000 subscribers. They just eat it up.
Likely find these white race-based gangs, but it's not. It's usually more like Blood, Crip, and Gangster Disciple. But there is one gang that is kind of more centered around the white race, and that's a biker gang. Okay, and that's what he's talking about. That is the UF, Unforgiven. Now, apparently they're tied in somehow, and I've even talked to JD DeLay about this. They're kind of tied into these...
JD DeLay is a Florida YouTuber. Who knew JD DeLay? Is he Florida? I think he came from Tik Tok or something. On the eye, me and that guy's been to prison for a certain amount of... So, listen, this guy... So, when Wade Wilson got all that shit in the county jail, he hasn't even been to prison. He is from Oregon. Okay, where did he do his time at? He blew up after he got beat up. Oh, this guy got... Who whooped this guy? I follow this guy on TikTok. Is he not legit? I'm sorry. I'm just tuning in now. Oh, JD is from Oregon. Okay. But what about Crooked Guard? Somebody was talking about the guards. They were dead ass right about their families working there. I saw the comment. Pablo got beat up. Who whooped this dude? He got beat up in jail? Or what's up? A gang did? That's funny. Who? So yeah. Let me see.
Bikers called the Outlaws. Now the Outlaws have one of the biggest, most influential, powerful grips on the state of Florida as far as gangs and organizations go. And the Unforgiven, the UF, which is in this prison, that's what this inmate's talking about. If you stay in there long enough and you don't screw up and you stay solid, you do good, you be a good member, you can pretty much get brought into the Outlaws, which is like an ultra powerful group out here in Florida.
This guy is such a joke. I can't take this dude serious. I cannot take this dude serious. So he's kind of right, but not really. So the Outlaws created Unforgiven, which is a white boy gang in Florida. I did a video. The Unforgiven tried to bring me home. They tried to recruit me in Florida. I told them no. I wasn't with it. But they tried. Okay. They damn sure tried. On the video I did, I explained this, right? Like literally the next day, they try to recruit me. They said to me on the yard, they're like, "What's up? You want to come home? You want to get down?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with it. I stand by myself." This and that. You know, I wasn't. Them dudes are junkies. Them dudes are junkies. I'm not fixing to go to war with the Bloods because you want to get high and not pay your bill. No, I'm straight. I'll do my own time. I'm good. Right? I'm good. In prison, it's the way that you move. It's the way that you move and the way you carry yourself. If you're solid and you if you're a real person, you're going to be straight no matter what. No matter what. There's times I had to fight gang members. They're with a whole gang. They belong to a whole organization, but you just step to the head. Hey, bro, look, dude called me a pussy ass cracker, and I'm not with it, man. And I know he stole from me. What's happening, man? What's up? Let me get the one-on-one, bro. I don't want no problems with y'all. I got no problems with y'all. But he disrespected me. Let me get that. Man, they're gonna say, man, I'll respect that. Go in there and do your thing. That's how it goes. But this dude has got the whole thing. I don't know where his information's coming from. He's done 1,000 videos on Wade Wilson. He keeps lying. And now he's talking about he's got a source in Orlando, which is also Florida, that's locked up with Steven Stearns. Stop it. Stop it. Because your source is not giving you the right information. How could your source tell you about a gang and not have the history right? If they're literally living in that element. I could tell you about every gang in Florida because I lived through it, in it. I don't want to. I wish I could never do it. I'm not glorifying it. But it's crazy. This dude is a joke. So the Outlaws created that gang called Unforgiven. You don't get to be a part of Unforgiven to be a part of the Outlaws. No. The Outlaws, they don't have they're not sanctioned down here. There's not a chapter. There's no outlaws in Florida. If there is, they're fake. There may be outlaws in Florida, but there's no outlaws in Florida. They created a gang. It's just what they did. There is also no Aryan Nation or Aryan Brotherhood in Florida. It doesn't exist. If somebody tells you that, they are lying. They are flat out lying to you. This is crazy, man. So has Wade Wilson ever been to... No, man. No, Bruce. So Bruce, he killed the people and he's been in the county jail forever. His case was like open book. Like it was like, it's very obvious all the evidence against him with the victims, right? In my opinion, he knew he was going to prison, right? He's a coward. He killed women. When he was in GP, he obviously was cool with the tat dude. The tattoo guys in jail and prison, they're always either white or Spanish or white. Always. So for my take, and I don't know, but I'm probably hitting this right on the head. When he was in GP, he linked up with a white dude who could tat, and that white dude had been to prison. He was in Unforgiven. He was in that gang. He got out of prison. Now he's in jail again, maybe going back. I don't know. And he's trying to bring Wade Wilson home. He's trying to step to Wade like they stepped to me. Hey, you want to join this and that? You know, when you get up the road, when you get to prison, man, you're going to need your family. You know, there's all these gangs. You can't survive it on yourself. You know, they want to gas you up. They need numbers. All gangs are pussy. All gangs are cowards. All gangs are cowards. All gangs are pussies. Everybody uses each other. It's all fake. It's all fake. But that's all it is. They're trying to recruit him, bring him home. So when he got to prison for these charges he's facing, killing these 2 women, he's already gone through the process. So he don't have to probate. He don't have to probate, which is like probationary period for the gang initiation. He's already done it, right? He's already done it. And because he hasn't probated, because he hasn't completed this process yet, he can't have the patch. He can't have a unforgiven patch on him because that's a certified gang member. But what he could do is put a swastika on his face. There's no affiliation to the gang, but they are on some like white pride type of stuff. So he's like being cool with the tat guy and being like, look, man, put a swastika on my face. Because he can't ask him, put the patch on me. Because he hasn't put the work in to get that yet. It's all fake. What's the work? Oh, go be a crash dummy for us. We're gonna be over here and smoke this Tucci and burn up this bud, and you go fight these bloods that owe us a debt that we owe money to. It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all a bunch of cowards. It's a bunch of cowards. All gangs are. Black, white, Spanish, all of it. It's all stupid. Ridiculously stupid. But that's exactly what I think happened. What's up, Paula? If it did happen that way, do you think it could be a setup? I mean, look, I don't know if it happened like that. That's what I think happened. There was a local like news thing about the affiliation. So, damn, I wish I could find that. So this case is crazy, right? People don't know, but there's that whole thing with the women that want to like save this dude. There's also a guy that was in prison with Wade Wilson. That Wade Wilson turned state evidence. He tried to snitch on somebody because the guy was in prison with him, wrote him a letter about could he give the guy a hitman to kill his wife, and the money is in the funeral park over here. And come to find out, the money that was promised for said hitman was actually in the funeral park. That really happened. And Wade Wilson, facing these murder charges, was like, you know what? I'm a snitch on dude for trying to get me to do this for him. I'm a snitch on him, so it makes me look better for the courts. People don't know that because it's not like it's a local thing all over the news here. That really did happen. Google it. But also, on top of that, he got charged for trying to break out of the jail in Lee County. Him and another dude tried to escape. And then on top of that, he was in this other thing where people were bringing drugs into the jail. They got busted outside the jail. Like they're dumbasses. Dude's like on the fucking jail phone talking about, hey, drop it off by the garbage dumpster. All right, cool. We'll have the trustees get it. I mean, the people are listening to it. So they're watching the people pull into the jail with a car, and they saw them duck off the drugs. So he got hit for that too. But people don't know about all these little things that's happened since he's been in jail. It's crazy. Which makes it even more crazy for the women who think they're going to save him. He ain't trying to change. He's been breaking all types of laws in the jail. Look at his face from booking to prison. It's completely different.
Stop. I love you too, stop it.
Yeah. So what no Jimbo, no Pepino?
He's on the road. He said he won't be home for a while. I told him he can call my phone if he wants to and do speakerphone, but
It's cool. It's cool. He's been talking about on his panel. I just wanted to update y'all about Ernie Man. Cher, this doofus we're going to be covering that I dropped. I'll put this all in the description. But this is just all lies. This whole thing, man.
That's the basic unofficial symbol of the Bloods, Crips, or GDs that are probably this. You can be dangerous. You can defend yourself. There's none of that in prison. There's no guns. There's no. If you are physically capable, physically violent, physically dangerous, I don't care what you did. Somebody's gonna see you and be like, "We want him on our team."
See, that part is true. He's got a little bit of game. He's got a little bit of game, but it's just weird to me to where, maybe I should explain this better or whatever, but this is what I want to tell you guys. It's so weird to me watching a YouTuber, right? This guy's a big channel. He's a YouTuber who came from the community I started in, and now he's in true crime, right? So, and it's weird to me watching this guy like lay it down. Like I watch all YouTubers to see how they talk and present things, to see like if I could maybe mimic it or just to learn, right? What's the manual for this thing, right? So, but you know, I'm watching this dude talk, and he's like talking, and he's just like selling these. He talks pretty good, whatever, but it's lies, and it's crazy because it's just wild to me to know that, to watch it.
He has a top game to sell the bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I have a attraction to scammers and grifters anyhow. I'm always watching them to see what they do, but when I'm watching him, he's just like selling it like it's real. I don't know if that's a gift or a curse, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me to watch these people. I don't know. Since I've been calling out tragedy pimps, man, you could tell and look at them sometimes and see them uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's me overly observing or whatever, but you could tell. Look at them. Look at like an Ernie's pretty good, but BHB, you can kind of like tell when she's not even comfortable in her own speech telling the lie, if that makes sense. Just
thinking to her,
yeah,
it's such an outlandish
yeah.
thing. She wants to sound real. She knows it don't.
Thought he was upstate and covers Alex Murat. Who? My thought. See, yeah, it's a little bit older. It's a little bit older. That's like a month old. That video. I didn't play the whole thing because it's long. I don't know this dude. He might try to strike me because I'm going to take this little segment out of the live and repost it. Probably tag him. So I got to be careful. But it's all like it's weird, and I definitely want to watch. I should have kind of a little unprepared for this live. I should have watched the Duty Ron thing. I was pissed when I saw him on his panel because he's doing the same thing. It's the same grift. Oh, I have a connection in Orlando jail. Do you? How? How did you? How? You don't. What'd you do? Write him a letter? Because you can only write a postcard letter. Did you write an email? The police can read it. Stop it. Stop it now. I mean, you can have connections in jail. I've had people call the channel and record it and stuff, but those are like my actual friends, people I did time with and stuff. Like, this is just like, some inmates are way sketch. Like, could you imagine if I'm like, look some dude up and like, hey, Tyrone, could you give me the insight on Stephen Stearns? Cracker? Hey, me, sell me out. You know me from a hole in the wall. And I'm asking them for this information. You think I'm the police. These are inmates. They're locked up facing crimes and shit. This fucking dude's a joke. Yeah, hit the like. She won't look at the camera. You're right.
I told you she was full of shit with all that.
So I'll give you an example. I met Parody yesterday. I was watching Betty like break down on the JLR stuff, right? And I'm watching it at work. And a part of me was like,
right? Didn't you? Because you wanted my opinion.
I had to ask my wife for her opinion because I'm watching it and I kind of observe her a lot. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's too many feelings here. Like, I think she's telling the truth here with JLR. So I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm fucked up. So I'm like, Noelle, watch this because you've known her in real life. Is this real Betty or is this YouTube Betty?
It's not just knowing her. It's knowing abuse. It's knowing everything.
Yeah. You said no, right? So Noelle said no. So we kind of like.
She's full of fucking shit. She's lying. There's no emotion.
And remember, wifey used to talk to her like that. Wifey used to talk to her on the phone and stuff like that. So she kind of fooled me with that. I thought she was like, just something I was talking about with like watch them. I woke my daughter up laughing so hard at that video. I scared the shit out of my dog.
Or whisper.
He said he talks to the Wade ex-girlfriend. So is it the Wade ex-girlfriend or is it an inmate? The Wade ex-girlfriend, I'll actually believe that because we talked to.
I was messaging one of his exes.
They're not hard to get a hold of, but
she got a TikTok. So.
I 1,000 do not believe that video of that inmate that he so-called has a source in the Florida prison. Mm-hmm. That is not happening. Nope. It's not happening.
Unless it's putting money
I guess
in that book.
It's not happening.
He's sending cash outs.
Everything that dude said was lies, and just the visual of what I'm looking at does not make sense. So I'm definitely gonna stay on this news ass. I'm trying to get a couple other prison YouTubers from Florida. Look at this too and be on panel.
From inside, I got my people that I can get them to call from prison.
No, we have Pino on here and shit. I get free was in California, so you can't really say it.
Yeah, but who knows?
Her anger issues are they are getting the best at her. It's fun to watch. Both. Then he has one with his bio dad. Don't even know what that means. Yeah, he's told us what Alex was going through. Oh, did the Alex see? I should go back to see what this guy was talking about.
You got people?
Huh?
No, but time's still early.
What? Do what? Play it?
Yeah, it's still early.
No, because I don't know him like that. These dudes are so petty. They're gonna try to strike me and shit like that.
If they act like a bitch, treat them like a bitch.
Matt, this guy. He's tall. Wade Wilson is like 6'7" or some shit. He's tall as fuck.
No, not 6'7", really?
Yeah.
6'5", maybe?
6'5". He's tall as hell. He's like a basketball player. He's a big old tall dude. I think that might explain why the women chase him. I don't know. Nobody in the chat said they would do that shit though. There's a group of women that literally, I don't know. That shit blows my mind.
I sent him an email just because I want to interview him.
Yeah, they got
I also try to get his ex-old lady too.
They got another thing on the news. The guy, like, he gets like thousands of emails. He can't even go through them.
Well, I just had he didn't accept my request yet.
The bio dad. Then he was the one with his. Is that the guy? Is about the guy that testified on him? Is that him or the creator? Lost. Yeah, Betty, man, it's fun to watch her. I think, honestly, man. Yeah, but I think she's getting close to getting canceled. I really do. With the whole Proudfoot thing, with the lawsuit, I really think she's gonna get canceled. I thought it was gonna become on the other day, and I think she knows it too. But I don't know. I don't know how longer we're gonna be able to watch BHB on the internet. I think her days are gonna be numbered. Been seen so many go. Molly canceled. Doug canceled. So many people canceled. So many people lose their channels. I don't know how she survived this long, but
She got idiot stuff back.
I don't know how. But I think that all the shenanigans are coming to a halt, and I think that it won't be long now. I don't have any predictions. I don't know, but I think that her days are numbered. I really do. I really do. I posted that thing. There was a detective in court with the Proudfoots, a detective. You know, and she bucked that damn thing for a reason. She ain't stupid. She knows what she's doing. She's way out there, 100%. I'm telling you, I think they're gonna cancel her. When I called the media, I made that video. Somebody had already beat me to it. People are all over Betty. She pisses a lot of people off. Massive Karen. Remember her with the fucking Ashley Furniture ordeal? The lady is like always doing some extra shit and pisses a lot of people off. Like there was literally somebody that beat me to the media thing. They had already said what I wanted, that video that I made. They had already put the media up on game. If you listen to that video I made, the lady's like, yeah, somebody called yesterday and told us about this. Like that happens a lot with Betty. Like there's people always on her, staying on her ass. That's why I think she's going to be, I think, I don't know. BK thought he was untouchable. Man, they got his, you can say a peep out of him. A peep out of him. Banned from the internet. That's what I think is going to happen to Betty soon. Yep. All right, y'all, I'm going to jump off, man. I just want to come up here. I was hoping Jimbo was going to come up and tell us about that situation. Didn't happen. Not a problem. He's been talking about it. It's just crazy with the Ernie thing. Cher, shenanigans. Get ready for a lot of grifting streams on Sebastian Roger. That's the last person anybody needs anything from. And Ernie is not going to. I can't believe that he's doing that, man. It's crazy. This dude here, we ain't done with them. I got to do my homework a little bit better on what was on Duty Ron's channel and shit. I want to see what he said, and I'm gonna have some guests on to debunk this dude. So if you see his little weenie boy followers in the comments, y'all stand in the paint, okay? This is shenanigans. It's all lies, people. It's all lies. It's shenanigans. It's stupid. Ask anybody. Well, you'd have to know somebody in prison in Florida to debunk this.
You don't know who he is. He just couldn't come on his side.
No, I'm talking about this guy, the Pablo.
Yeah, he knows who that dude is. He just couldn't come on because he was still got him.
Oh, Pino does?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pino beefed with him before, didn't he? Then I had Pino come on, big Florida prison YouTuber. Look him up. Piano. It's like 200,000 subs. We're cool with him. I was gonna have him come, but he couldn't join till like later. But I'll try to have him on next time, y'all. E for sure. What's your theory of what happened? With what? With who? What do you mean? With who? E or B? Ernie or Betty? That's a good question. Saw that. That was good. I saw that. There's a I posted on my community wall, y'all. If you haven't seen Betty's body cam footage, she was wasted playing with the gun. No problem, Debbie. I appreciate y'all. Drop a link. Okay. Who wants it? With Sebastian disappearing. Constance Sue. What's happening, Constance? To be honest, man, I heard something smart the other day, and it was SF Investigates has a really good theory. It's very simple. It's very simple. He thinks that the boy left, went in the woods, and he feels like he's possibly could find his remains there. It's very simple. It's broke it down. He went on Web Sleuths. J for Justice covered it on a stream the other day. If you haven't seen that, look at it. Go over there to Jay's channel. Look for SF Investigates on the thumbnail, or go to Web Sleuths and watch what SF says. I think it's pretty logical. I think it's pretty white and black. I don't really go to these far conspiracy theories.
It's not conspiracy. It's very, 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 very easily.
I mean, look, anything could happen. It's not. I'm not right versus somebody how they think. But the way that I look at it is like, do you know how many shit and crazy things people say about Don and Candace? And that's how they feel and think. That's fine. To them, maybe it's not crazy. Maybe that's really what they believe. Then there's the grifters that like are doing it on purpose. But I'm talking about like the average viewer, not a creator. They have like all this like these wackadoodle fucking like theories. And then it's weird because like I talk to them and I like know them pretty good now. Been talking to them for years, hours on the phone, in real all that. Like, I've gotten to really know them. And some of this shit is just like, what the fuck? Like it's like not even like it's wackadoodle fucking theories. Like it's crazy. You know, I don't even argue with people. I used to get mad at these dumb theories. I just don't even argue it anymore. I'm just like, if that's how you feel, that's fine. You know, good luck with that. You know, it's crazy. But they, you know, I don't know, man. Some of these things, man, I think that when these things happen, I think that sometimes maybe there isn't, maybe less is more. Maybe the kid just left. Sebastian just left. Maybe he ran away. I don't know what he did, but maybe he just did something upon himself and did it. Maybe there doesn't need to be a boogeyman. Maybe there doesn't need to be an evil parent. Maybe there doesn't need to be a crazy fucking, maybe it's way more simple than that. Maybe, just maybe on these missing person cases, it is hard to deal with because they're not crime. There's no crimes. Sebastian Rogers may or may have not ran away, or one of his parents did some evil, crazy conspiracy theory murder. I don't know which one it is, but until we know, we have no crime. What is there to investigate? It's different than if I go to the store and knock out a customer because he cuts me in line at the gas station. They got me on audio and camera and there's a witness and all this type of shit. They have a case. They have something to investigate. My license plate, somebody see me speed off, buddy blam. They come to my house. They know where to go. There's all these like things to come get me and arrest me. What do they have in a missing persons case? They have nothing. They have nothing. And if there was a crime, how do I punch a dude for cutting me off? How do I do it in a way where there is no witnesses? I have to like think of this master plan to punch this dude. Because if I just do it off emotion, all these things can happen. Maybe there is no crime. Maybe there's no crime. Maybe people ran away. You know, or there could be a crime because someone did do some foul play. Someone did take Summer Wells. Someone did do something to Sebastian. But until we figure it out, there's nothing to investigate. There is no crime. And that's where the difference in everything is. There's a whole set of shit legally that is totally different between me punching the guy at the gas station and the crime and all this stuff. They can come get me and all this. That's totally different than a missing person because they don't know. And to flood it with misinformation, I think less is more, man. Sometimes there's evil parents. This is true. There's bad people. There's killers. There's sick individuals. This is all very, very true. This is all very, very true. But if we really gotta break this shit down, if we really gotta look at this shit, we have to look at this shit like this. There is a want for missing children in this country, everywhere. There's a demand for it. There's a demand for organ harvesting. There's a demand for children's blood. There's a demand for all types of things, sex trafficking, all types of things. So if we know that there's 80,000 people right now missing from just our border, 80,000 kids magically gone, magically. There's a demand for missing children. Who wants these missing children? Who? All types of people want missing children, but we have to have a real conversation about that. And then some will say, well, you're going into conspiracy land now. Is it though? Is it? It's factual that people want that criminal organizations sell organs and stuff online. This is factual. It's factual that criminal organizations want the blood. Fountain of Youth, adrenochrome. This is factual. Whoever wants these missing children, the demand for these missing children, I would think that it's not one individual. I would think that it might be one individual taking the kids, but they belong to an organization. Remember, I was just talking about prison. I've seen the worst of society. I've lived it. Gangs are pussies. Organizations are pussies. It's for cowards. But you're not going to stop that. It's always going to happen. I think one of these people, there's organizations that are taking kids, but they are smart. They know it. They know the law. They think about, I better not punch that guy at the gas station because the camera's going to see me, the witnesses, my tag, but they think about it. They think about how to get that dude. And maybe they don't do it in the gas station, but maybe when he leaves the store and he goes down the street, they stop it or fake something so he thinks something's wrong with his car. Somebody comes and gets him then. No witnesses. They think about it and they do it. They make it happen and they make it work. This is what criminal organizations, this is what they do. They try not to go back to the prison. It's what they do. It's what they do. I think that is the conversation that needs to be had because there is a want for these things, but people don't want to talk about it. That makes a lot more sense than Don and Candace killing Summer and putting her in a blue couch or hot dogs or this ridiculous dumb shit that we hear every night. I mean, if it's that easy on Don and Candace, why haven't the cops solved it? Why haven't the cops took in 1,000 of these TBI reports and said, you know what? That one's making sense. We'll follow up on it. No, they've literally instead they've said, stop with the tips. We're good on that. We're actually good. We don't need no more tips. Twice. Because these tips suck. It's like preschool true crime. It's garbage. There's got to be a bigger picture. Sometimes, maybe if we stop looking at Don and Candace just for 10 seconds, Jesus Christ, maybe we'll figure something out. If we stop at Seth and Chris and Kate, maybe something will come up. If it's tunnel vision the whole time, what happens? Nothing happens. It's stupid. Welcome to YouTube. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. That's my opinion on it. That's my thought on it. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Tony's a moron. Yep. Fred has a whole bunch of shit in his driveway. It's nasty. It smells like poop there. I've been there. Shit everywhere. It's gross, actually. All right, I'm jumping off, y'all. Just cutting it up a little bit. I'll catch y'all on the next, man. Y'all be safe. Be smart. Don't be getting scammed out here on these streets, man. Y'all stay safe. Smash a like.